Oh, you hungry, girl? Says, yes, I am hungry. Well, good morning. Bobby Lee here with Hurricane Creek Farms. Got some feed loaded up, ready to go up the road, feed some calves. Gotta get an early start, got a lot of things to do. Appreciate y'all watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and let's go. Okay, this crew probably ready to be fed this morning. Tell you what, I like to see, had some of them coming up out of the trees over there and down the hill. They're hustling. They're looking for something to eat out here. Not just we like that. Obviously, we're having to bring them some hay. It just got so dry on us. But we don't want to see them just standing around, you know, feed bunk or a hay ring with their hands stuck out like a bunch of Democrats waiting for somebody to take care of them. We want them to hustle and fend for themselves to an extent. Now, we ain't gonna let them starve, obviously, but yeah, get them a little hay. Check on our protein tub. Yep, she ain't quite empty, but she's close. I knew it must be because they moved it. But we'll get these 2 bales off here and then give them a few buckets of feed and then get back home, get the kids to school. Hey, a week ago I couldn't have done this before taking kids to school, not in the daylight. So everybody hates the time change, and if I'm being honest, I prefer the old time, but we can get a few more things done in the mornings now. So either way, on the farm I feel like it doesn't matter that much to us. We're gonna get things done when we got the daylight to get it done, no matter what the numbers on the clock say. But all right, let's get one off there. All right, all 43 head accounted for. Got hay put out. Got them fed. It's a little after 6:30. I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna take the kids to school today. Kaylin asked if I could do that. I said, yeah. But I got to thinking, I was like, well, we don't have much daylight in the evenings, but it's like, hey, I got time to go do some chores. It's in the daylight and still get back home in time to get them out the door and to school without being tardy. But one little thing checked off the list this morning, we got to put out hay for everybody at home as well. Really starting to consume some hay. Starting to get a little concerning. We are in a drought, and I know I've been preaching that for about 3 months now. Well, I guess it started a little less than 3 months ago, or when the rain quit. We haven't really been in a drought that long, but now we're officially looking at the U.S. drought monitor. The whole county is in some degree of drought, ranging from moderate on the far west side of the county to actually extreme drought on the far east side of the county, with most of the county falling in just the severe drought. So yeah, we're dry. And I think everybody around here is feeding hay and has been probably for a few weeks now. While I'm on the subject of the drought and the weather, just keep on. Short sleeves, window down, here at 6:45 in the morning. What, it must be summertime, right? No, it's the 8th of November. We had 3 straight mornings last week where we were in the 20s. Our overnight low last night into this morning was like 63. Like weather just won't be consistent. But whatever, I guess we'll sweat a little today. I think we're going up into the 80s, so. Now on to one of the more, I don't want to say more pressing or more important, but one of the more nerve-wracking tasks of the day. Hydraulics gotten really slow on this tractor. Just all of a sudden, we're hoping a new filter is going to take care of that, because if it doesn't, I'm afraid to even think what we might be in for, potentially like a hydraulic pump. But yeah, just all of a sudden on Saturday or Sunday, whenever it was, we were trying to feed some hay, and they're just like, ooh, yeah, we're not gonna be able to use this tractor. So it was overdue for a filter change, so fingers crossed, maybe that's all it is. Don't want to over tighten it. So just about exactly 2 bucketfuls, so 10 gallons of fluid drained as we replace that filter. So I think I have just about exactly that much. Got 1 brand new bucket of hydraulic fluid, and 2 partials, probably gonna be right at 5 gallons. So hopefully we'll get it at least up high enough we can try it out. We'll just have to pick up a bucket. We're in town later on today, but we'll get to adding some oil back to it. Yep, definitely no oil on the dipstick. I don't know why I felt the need to check, but I knew. And that filter did look like it had, you know, a lot of buildup in it. Being optimistic that that's our problem. And this is going to be the problem solver. There we go. Polish off what was left in that bucket. That's all the fluid I have. I'm pretty sure, I checked it a minute ago, it looked like it was just beginning to show up on the stick. Oh yeah. Might add just a half gallon or more to it, but it's up over the bottom line. So we gotta clean up all our empty buckets. We'll go ahead and crank the tractor, let it run for a minute, and fingers crossed that was our hydraulic issue. I think it's a fair chance, but I'm gonna hold my breath until we make sure. All right, as I walk over here to the truck and put my filter wrench away, drop that down there, that there. We got the Smart Store toolbox. Of course, from agzaga.com. Haven't mentioned them to you in a few episodes, I think. So you go to agzaga.com for all kinds of needs. Your bell wrap, your toolboxes, your kids' toys. They're doing those cool deals right now. We're having a flash sale every day where, whether it's the Breyer horses, the Erdl tractors, the Little Buster, Big Country, all the toy lines right here getting ready for the holidays are on sale. And use the discount code. You can use HCF10. I think that one still works, but I know the code TALKDIRT. TALKDIRT, all one word, all caps. Of course, they're a sponsor of the Talk Dirt to Me podcast. So yeah, just time for the holidays. Get you some toys, parts, net wrap, whatever you need, and get it for 10% off. But anyway, let that tractor run for a minute and yeah, see if the hydraulics are going to be in working order now. Okay, so let's see. Whoa, gotta turn the air on. So dang annoying the way our weather is. I was telling my uncles a minute ago, they were by here, made a pot of chili the other night. I mean, it was the end of last week. It was cold, perfect chili eating weather. Of course, you make a big old pot of chili, you got a lot of leftovers. By the time I was eating the leftovers, like 2 days later, I was eating for lunch one day, it was like 80 degrees. And I was like, this is silly. I'm eating chili and it's 80 degrees outside, but I don't want to waste it. Oh, whatever. But yeah, the heat was actually on in this tractor. Not very appropriate for today. All right. Okay, it looks like we're functioning a little better. I'll pull it out here and see if it's getting good flow, and just be nice, because then we can go back to, we can put the box blade back on that tractor, go back to moving dirt in the new barn, and this tractor can be the one that we use for hay feeding and moving hay. Still got to move just a little hay home. So yeah, hopefully this is good to go now. Oh yeah, hydraulics are working as they should be. See, we're going up. So yeah, thankfully an easy fix. I would call it a cheap fix, much cheaper than if we had a more serious issue, but you know, I got to doing the math with the filter and then 10 gallons of fluid, about $300. So yeah, our cheap, you know, it's just relative. You know, kind of like everything in Alabama, it's all relative. But anyway, yeah, glad we're not having to call a dealer out, you know, send a service man to look at it, anything like that. But anyway, proper maintenance. That's the lesson of this video. Should have changed that filter probably a year ago in reality. Didn't, and so yeah, to a small extent I had to pay for that. But anyway, get some hay put out. Need to put at least 2 rolls out for these cows, 1 out for the bulls. Then we need to start moving some more hay home. Alright, so put out hay for all the cows. Pull out my handy to-do list here. So, I actually had a flat on the cattle trailer. I need to pull a tire off it. It's not our next priority. Need to get some hay moved. We got just a few more loads to bring home. Also need to take a load to my grandfather's place. Of course, he passed away, but still have cows there. They still need to be fed. I think they're about out. So what I think I'm gonna do is, actually I'm gonna get some feed, see if I can get all the cows here at home to come up into the barn lot down there, where our working facilities will eventually be set back up. Just get them used to coming to feed again like that. Then we'll work on moving a little bit of hay home and a load of hay to my granddad. At least that's the plan until something comes up out of nowhere and changes it, which is bound to happen. There she is, 503. Somebody commented in the last video they missed her. I don't know if we had indicated we were going to get rid of her. I think I probably said I was going to sell her a few times when she's jumping fences and whatnot. But oh, you hungry, girl? She says, yes, I am hungry. All right, well, I better stop talking and get moving. before I get attacked. But yeah, 503 hasn't gone anywhere. She hasn't really been misbehaving too much here lately. Partly because we're letting them run on most of the place right now. So she's really not jumping any cross fences, or none that require her to jump them right now. But what we're gonna do, open these gates, see if we can get them to all come up here and eat. Come on, babies, come on. Woo! Put a little feed in these bunks and these bunks. Just hadn't made it all the way up there yet. Here, stop for a second. We got a good bit of dirt in there. We need to level it up. We need some more dirt on the other side of the barn where it's not just a drop off, it's more nicely sloped. I'm hoping we do some cleanup too. Just the materials that didn't get used. Some of it we're gonna save for scrap lumber. We can use place other of it. We'll throw in the gully. There are a couple of boxes of roofing screws actually I need to grab though, because there's a chance of rain, I think tomorrow evening. Glad I just thought of that. But yeah, do a little more touch up. I'm hoping by this weekend we've got it pretty well like we want the dirt. We're gonna go ahead and set the pins back up. Maybe by the end of the weekend or this time next week, we're running these animals through the chute and getting tag and all the ears, the ones that don't. That way we can pair up mamas and babies, see who is bred and who isn't, my father-in-law's cows, that sort of thing. And then we'll know the long-term future, of all those. Need to wean, need to get all the weaned calves, then move to the other farm, which then also brings up, need to sell some heifers. But anyway, we got that done. I'm gonna grab those boxes of nails and or screws, and then we may move some hay. Fair number of the cows back over across the creek on the neighbor's place that we lease. Another example of these aren't liberal cows. They're out there hustling. They ain't looking for a handout from me. They're finding their own feed, getting on their own. We don't tolerate liberals around here, really, in this area in any form. But anyway, kind of joking, kind of not. Yeah, that's what we like to see. They're out there, they're hustling. There ain't a whole lot of grass left, but what is left, they're getting. We don't want them to graze this back to where it's slick as a shop floor, but they can get a little more feed value out of what's growing or has been growing before they just totally rely on hay. That's our preference. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get to the next task. Well, Sadie says she wants to go for a tractor ride, but darling, I'm sorry, but that's my seat you're in. You can ride, but not there. Step down there, you can sit on the floor. Sadie, get down there. Good girl. There's room. She probably wished I'd stayed on the bigger tractor. The cab's just a little roomier in it, but we're just going. Actually, the far tree line there that you can't really see, we're just gonna be on right on the other side of it.
He'll be back in a few weeks, that's what.
And yeah, moving the last of the hay home, and moving one load to my grandfather's herd.
Now, I believe.
Comfortable, Sadie? I'm sorry. About a 2-minute drive. You'll be all right. Come here. Since Sadie's in the tractor, we'll this is Dolly. We'll kind of introduce everyone to Dolly. She's, as you can probably appreciate, the newest member of the family. We picked her up just over the weekend. We've always been big fans of Boston Terriers. We've always had Boston Terriers, as many as 3 at one time. When our Olivia died this summer, we'd had her about 14 and a half years. She was about a year old when we got her. She would have been 16 at Christmas. So we were down to no Boston Terriers. So it's Dolly's first tractor ride. Like I was telling Sadie, it's gonna be a pretty short one. But what do you think, Dolly? She's pretty easygoing, pretty cool dog. That's why we're big fans of the Bostons. Okay, got, I believe, 27 rolls moved home, 6 taken to my grandfather's place. That is essentially it, or that is it for moving hay out of the field and to where it will ultimately be fed. Practically speaking, we have to haul some back and forth to the farm, which the winter goes on. But got a little more dirt scraping to do, dirt moving to do, to get everything ready to put the pens back up underneath this building. I put them up underneath the building for the first time, putting them back up, period. Expecting rain, I think, tomorrow evening. So I'm gonna try to move just a little more dirt before that happens. But we've only got about an hour and a half of daylight left. So, probably gonna about wrap it up for this one. I'm trying to think, what are we cooking for dinner tonight? Oh, I'm doing some stir fry with some steak. So, another good dinner idea for you guys. We did have Taco Tuesday last night. Today's Wednesday. Gonna do a little stir fry with steak, like we said. Check back with us. Hopefully, we're putting up some pens and getting ready to work some cows here in the very near future. But y'all remember, like always, eat beef and God bless. I lied, I had one more thing on the to-do list for today. I'll get this flat tire off. Get it dropped off at the tire shop. Maybe this afternoon, maybe in the morning. They're not gonna work on it till tomorrow anyway. But we're one step closer to having that little chore solved. Yeah. That is not supposed to be there. There's actually something else coming out of the tire there. I have a feeling we're gonna need a new tire. We'll probably let y'all know about that one in the next one. Have a good one.